Yeah, so, okay. So here they are. You like them? I don't care. I don't care if you do or not.
Okay, good. You wouldn't be a real artist.
Yeah, I don't know, like, a lot of things go on in my head, like a lot of sarcastic thoughts, and I just really try to entertain myself a lot. I spend a lot of time alone. So I'm constantly entertaining myself, and so like when I paint, I just try to make myself laugh a lot. When Jason leaves the studio, I'll sneak into his brushes and his paints, and I create these masterpieces. This piece is called File Under Things Your Haters Can Do. So, you know, it's just a kid crying a river.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ross Adams. I'm a visual artist, extremely professional visual artist. I don't feel comfortable anywhere else. I like to make stuff. I don't know, this is what makes me happy. I don't fare well behind desks or with bosses, so this is kind of what I can do. A lot of it comes from like growing up and like getting into like weird punk music and like kind of like before the internet was a thing, you know, I would go to like record stores and I would buy records based on album art. Like I wouldn't be able to hear them first, you know? And so like I would have this like sound that kind of matched this aesthetic vision. You know, when I was like trying to find bands, I would like look for things that were like clues to what they would sound like, you know? And just kind of got wrapped up into that and found a lot of artists in that world that were really productive and probably moderately successful, but like in the eyes of like a young teenager, I thought that they were probably rich, but they were probably just, you know, like I am now, trying to make it. But that's kind of what did it. It was just like the music I got into and the subculture I got into. Like I wasn't into playing sports or like didn't care about like being popular when I was young. I just like hung out in my room and drew pictures. Lots of black and white stuff because I could afford to buy pens. The earliest drawing that I did that I can remember, like I can only remember because I still have it. And I probably did it when I was like 6 or 7 years old, and it's just like a bunch of mutants, a bunch of like weird looking humanoid creatures, and there's a note on it to my grandma that says, "To the one that I love, from your love." So I was obviously in love with my grandma. When she passed, I found it when I was cleaning out her house, and so now I have it again. Probably the best thing I've ever drawn, you know. So there's that.
So tell people how they can support you.
I mean, like, how do I put this and sound really cool on camera? Being an artist, like, isn't, I think, considered like a real career by most people. It's considered a hobby or like something you do for fun, and like while it is fun, you know, it's like it's also hard work. Like we put all of our time into this and all of our resources into like creating stuff. And so like people even just like looking at it, commenting on it, like feeling things from it, that helps. Money is something I need in this country. So you know, like I don't ask for handouts, I try to make stuff and you know, maybe people want to buy it. But that's, I mean, like that's really the way people can support it. You know, I feel like there's a lot of people that are into my work and I've been real lucky with that. So I just keep making it because people seem to like it. But the best way to support it is like go to art shows, support local artists, specifically me, support me, but then after you're done with that, maybe move on to other artists. I could probably help you out in finding some. But yeah, I mean that's it, you know, I don't know how else if someone could support me. They could like give me a back rub.
What's your, give us your website that you're involved on.
Okay, so the website is artorwhatever.com. And that's a website that kind of tells you what's going on in our space. Also, you know, we do art shows here the first Sunday of every month. We show different artists every month and we always have new work. There's a donation button on our website. I'll repeat that. There's a donation button on our website. So that helps. And then yeah, Instagram, Friends with a Cop is my handle. I post lots of pictures of the art I do and, you know, like pictures of me, which people seem to love. Yeah, this is like my newest zine, which is just like all the illustrations I've done pretty much in the past month. Every time I like rack up about 20 or 25 illustrations, I compile them all because it's easier to get someone to pay a couple dollars for this than it is to pay a lot of money for one. You know, I don't know, it's just funny to me because there's like this magic 8-ball and there's this quote at the bottom that says, "Will I find what I'm looking for?" And then both these magic 8-balls have answers, one of which says signs point to no, the other one says outlook not so good. It is a definite outlook on life. Yeah, for sure. Here's a birdhouse I made. There it is. It's not very happy with itself. This painting is called Vegan Guilt. And like I was vegan and vegetarian for like a really long time, and now I'm not. And so I guess, you know, like I've always got a hamburger on the brain. Really into cats, and I got really into like putting masks on people's faces because I got tired of people like asking me like who drawings were supposed to be of, like when they weren't really, like I would just draw someone and somebody would be like, "Oh, that's so and so." I'm like, "Well, it's just a person, but okay, it does kind of look like them." So I started putting masks on people so I'd stop getting asked that question. Yeah, and then, you know, I'm also really into cats, so I kind of combine them on this, and this piece is called Cat Burglary, because it's funny, you know, because it's a burglar and a cat. So, you know, I don't know.
All right, give me your name one more time and what you do.
Ross Adams, artist.
Nice. That was good.
That was great.
That was good.